What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So I missed you guys. I wasn't around yesterday. I had some very personal things I had to deal with. I just couldn't make a video yesterday, but I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you're back. Good to see you here. Just to let you guys know also, I know sometimes these intros, these funny intros are long or whatever, but just in general for the entire video, if you're new to the channel and you don't know this, you can always just skip ahead to whatever you want. I always put all of my stories below. I have timestamps. You can hop to any part of the video that you want. I know sometimes these videos are long. You don't necessarily care about all the information. So just wanted to kind of let you know that right out the gate. Now, if we have a look at what's going on, not really too much. Minor gains, minor losses across the board. Over here, you'll see that we're sitting just under a $210 billion market cap. Bitcoin sitting around 6,500, like seriously where it's been sitting forever. And if we have a look at the biggest gainers of the day, we'll see Ravencoin is doing very well, up almost 24% after their Binance listing. Polymath as well. I don't know the specific news on that, but I assume it has a lot to do with the recent talk of the ICOs potentially moving to STOs, security tokens. People are starting to pay attention. PIVX is up as well, which I have a little bit of news on them later. Crypto.com, Odyssey, Dropple, Zcash, Funfair, and Chainlink all doing quite well. And back by popular demand, because I took down the lines and everybody went crazy, so I put them back up. So we're back. Here we are. We're sitting currently here. Now, could we potentially drop down to a $6,200 Bitcoin? It's possible. It's possible before we break out, but we'll see. So I put that back up there for you guys. Now, I wanted to give just a really funny shout out to NEO because, actually it was yesterday, marked their second birthday or second anniversary of the mainnet being live. So happy second birthday, NEO. Congratulations. Now, moving on, let's talk about HBUS. So this is the US affiliate of the Singapore-based Huobi exchange. They say that both deposits and withdrawals of USDT have increased by over 10x in just the past 2 days. So they said, well, what are they doing with it? Well, the investors making deposits appear to be set on swapping it for true USD. So it looks like everyone is starting to just dump their Tether and they're moving on over to these other stable tokens, stable coins. Now, there was this article that came out, and I don't want to start the video off on a downer because I just don't. But I kind of wanted to talk about, so you have the anonymous critic Bitfinex'ed, right? And this person, he or she, we don't really know who it is, but they always go into talking about the scams and Bitfinex, and definitely has been criticizing Tether for quite some time. So in this recent interview, Bitfinex'ed goes on to talk about why Tether collapsing could actually potentially collapse the entire crypto sphere. And literally, I am not kidding, they say that there may be a price target of $10 to $15 for Bitcoin. Yes, a $10 to $15 Bitcoin. And all of it is justified in this. Now, this is not my opinion. Clearly, this is not my opinion. This is the opinion of one individual. However, I want to drop this so you guys can just kind of have a look and read into that and see what that's all about. But if you ask me, crypto is live and well, as you can see by the heartbeat pattern. Okay, clearly it's alive, it's beating, it's well. Now, let's move on and talk about the positives. So, you have Nick Tomano, an ex-Coinbase executive and the founder of crypto investment firm One Confirmation, while speaking to CNBC's Rand Neuner in a recent interview, explained that public investing and speculating on the cryptocurrency market is adoption, and that the market doesn't need institutional funds to hit $1 trillion. Now, this is very interesting because if you think about last year, the institutions weren't in, and in December, we hit an all-time high of a 20K Bitcoin, and we had over $800 billion in the market cap during the height of the bull run, and that was just from retail investors, just regular people like you and me. So you got to kind of think about that, right? He goes on to say, I see investing and speculation as adoption. I think it's possible that crypto gets from 200 billion to several trillion on just that. From my perspective, what I'm seeing globally in terms of viewing this new inevitable asset class, I think that's possible. I think it's possible, especially just to hit a trillion. We hit like over 800, 200 more, and we would have had a trillion. So he goes on to then say that, my view is that most important macro trend of our lifetime is people increasingly distrusting governments and large institutions. I see it more as kind of a gradual movement into crypto. I think it's kind of a gradual and cultural shift from people trusting large institutions and governments to using blockchain. Now, I also wanted to talk about Mike Novogratz. So he's clearly extremely bullish, even though he keeps changing his predictions every single day. One day it's 10, then 9, then 8, then no, it's going to happen Q4. No, it's going to happen Q1. But anyway, giving the guy some credit for just being a bull as he is. So his Galaxy Digital, right, which is a crypto merchant bank that he operates, has become the first alpha crypto custody client for Fidelity digital assets. So through the platform, 27 million already existing customers and 23,000 businesses of Fidelity will be provided with sufficient infrastructure and services to invest in the cryptocurrency market. Now, I want you to consider the fact that Coinbase has 25 million signups alone, right? So now you're talking another, did I say 25? 25 million, yeah. 27 million from him. So if you think there's only 21 million Bitcoin, you guys know the speech. Now, let's talk about HODL from Game of Thrones. Have you guys seen this recent eToro commercial that they did? They actually feature him. And of course, he's hodling the door.
Action! Bitcoin is crashing. We have to sell
Bitcoin is a bubble!
HODL. HODL.
Yeah, so I just thought that was pretty cool, pretty funny. Scroll over here, you can check it out. And, oh, look, they have a tweet from BitBoy. Nice. Anyway, moving on, I just wanted to have some fun before we get into crypto news. Now, I'm going to start today's coin talk off with Binance. So Binance is partnering with crypto surveillance firm Chainalysis. What do you guys think about this? I'm not sure. I understand why they're doing it. I get why they're doing it, but I'm a little concerned, but let me just explain to you real quick. So Chainalysis compliance software can help both crypto firms and law enforcement agencies detect suspicious activity in order to battle any related criminal activity. It uses pattern recognition, algorithms, and millions of open source references to identify and categorize thousands of cryptocurrency services to raise live alerts on transactions involved in suspicious activity. They also are one of the leaders in being able to identify which wallets are for which owners, because obviously you can just create as many wallets as you want. So one of the things that they try to do is, be able to identify whose wallets are who. It's pretty crazy. I mean, honestly, is it an infringement on our privacy? I understand from Binance's standpoint why they're doing it. They want to keep it safe in case something does happen. If there's a hack, they want to be able to find these guys, get a hold of them. But at the same time, what about the regular average person? So basically now everyone that's trading on Binance, it's all public, it's all out there. They know who you are, essentially. But then again, you're trading on a centralized exchange, so you kind of sign up for that when you trade on a centralized exchange, which is why I think we're definitely seeing a rise of so many DEXs coming out lately. I think decentralized exchanges are definitely going to be a very, very, very big topic. They are, but I think it's going to be an even bigger topic as well. Now, it wouldn't be a day in crypto without some XRP news, right? So now you have the Bill Gates Foundation, it's the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, is expanding its partnership with Ripple to make it easier to send money to poor parts of the world that lack some infrastructure for payments. So according to the foundation's deputy director, Miller Abel, they're now working with Ripple and the web monetization platform Coil to create a fast and effective way to send donations directly to people who need them most. Also, not to mention, XRP-backed loans are now available on NEXO in what the company calls the first and only crypto lender to use XRP as collateral. And finally, in the last bit of XRP news, Omni has launched XRP as well. So Omni is a sharing economy platform that allows anyone to rent everyday items in their home to other people instead of letting them sit in the closet collecting dust. Now, currently, I think this is more of just a San Francisco Bay Area and Portland type app, but they are looking that they want to expand to a lot of other jurisdictions in the future. So between Omni, NEXO, and the Bill Gates Foundation, that's definitely a lot of bullish news for XRP all in one day. Now we have some other pretty good news coming out of the Tron camp. So they've confirmed that they've partnered with China's biggest internet service provider, which is Baidu browser. I'm sure you're familiar with Baidu. So the foundation stated that the partnership will result in enhanced blockchain solutions through cloud computing resources, which will further make the blockchain technology more accessible to the users. However, reports have stated that the two parties have not partnered to work directly on the blockchain technology, but rather to gain support from cloud computing resources to build and debug products and applications on the blockchain. So on the side of Baidu, developments from the collaboration, the platform will set foot into the blockchain world with the Blockchain Commercialization Super Partner Program 1.0. So this is going to propel the exploration process in the field of blockchain for the internet service provider and will assist in building a better blockchain ecosystem for the world with the cooperation of many commercial parties. However, it is having mixed reviews. Some people are saying this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and some people are saying this is pointless and doesn't really matter. Like, for example, this guy down here, he says, this is all stupid. Tron is known for its announcements and nothing happens to its price. Moreover, crypto is banned in China and nothing will change. But that's just an opinion of somebody. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this is this really bullish news for Tron, or is it kind of like no big deal? What do you guys think? Drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel about that. We also have an AMA, surprise AMA from Charles Hoskinson. Looks like he's in some exotic location here, so this is an hour and 44 minutes. If you guys are interested, I'll definitely drop that below. I know everybody loves a good old dose of Charles Hoskinson. So this is the PIVX news that I was basically bringing up earlier when I was talking about the price increase. So obviously they say we're pleased to announce that PIVX is getting listed on BitHum Korea today. So that probably is why it's up for the day. Could be. I don't know. Just speculation. Now, CyberMiles also, let's talk about them. So they're the e-commerce blockchain project. They've officially launched their mainnet called Travis. So according to the announcement, CyberMiles' new blockchain is specifically tailored for e-commerce applications and has launched with 5 Miles, a popular peer-to-peer marketplace with more than 15 million existing users, committed to becoming the network's first dApp. So there you go. That's more adoption, opening the floodgates. We also have another partnership that will allow Amazon Web Service users to develop and launch smart contracts quickly, efficiently, and costly using an Amazon machine image. So this actually has to do with QTUM. So Simon Wang, head of territory business of AWS China, has confirmed the partnership. So in the case of QTUM, the startup and AWS will work together to get feedback from customers about the use cases most in demand and provide guidance to those clients that don't have much software development resources themselves. So there you go, guys. That's just more adoption as well. Now, before we move on, I wanted to bring this up earlier. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I know people bring this up a lot about fake news and stuff, and I was kind of thinking about the Nouriel Roubini thing and even the whole thing with Bitfinex'ed and then the whole Tether thing. You know, I just wanted to point out that there was this article that came out back in February, and it was related to a video that came out in December where the Polish central bank actually paid a YouTuber to make a video about a cryptocurrency crash. And this is the video right here. As you can see, 11,000 dislikes. So obviously people were not feeling this, and I'm sure after they found out that this was basically a paid-for video, they definitely weren't happy. So just kind of before we get into like the rest of the crypto news, I meant to put that earlier in the video, but I guess I mixed up my placement. So definitely be careful what you see, especially if you hear FUD and stuff like that. Just like, what is their purpose of saying this? Why are they talking about it? You know, what are their motives? Just always, you know, all over crypto, you know, everywhere, like crypto Twitter, crypto YouTube, you know, if you see people fudding things for kind of no reason, just question why they're doing it, okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, I want to talk about this really cool. So a guy was actually able to make a Bitcoin transaction without being connected to the internet. This is really cool. So he was hiking and he sent it to his girlfriend, and I guess he used this thing right here, which is called a GoTenna, which basically connects to your phone, and it's sort of like a short distance that you can communicate from phone to phone. Yeah, this is it right here. You see it above my head. Kind of looks like this. So yeah, basically he was able to make this, and he was able to send it 5.16 kilometers. I'm stupid US person. I don't know how to, I can't convert that in my head. But yeah, so he was basically able to send it, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. He says he sent it 12.6 kilometers. So that's even more of a distance. That's pretty incredible. So yeah, I mean, there you go. So there's ways that you could potentially have, you know, be able to send Bitcoin without using the internet. The only downside to this was that they said that unfortunately, there was no way to confirm the transaction. So you had to actually log on to the internet or a service provider to confirm that the transaction actually happened. But I'm sure over time, somebody will figure out, you know, a way around that as well. Now, I also wanted to just talk about a few more things. We got 2 more stories before we go, and then we are out of here. So we have the U.S. Marshals announcing a plan to auction off nearly $4.3 million worth of Bitcoin next month. The sealed bid auction is for about 660 Bitcoin that were forfeited in federal, criminal, civil, and administrative cases. Based on the announcement, the auction consists of 2 parts with 6 blocks of 100 Bitcoin each and 1 remaining with 60. Bidders will not be able to view other bids or change their bid once submitted. I'm very interested. I'm sure that there's a minimum bid required. I'm sure not everyone can get involved in this, but I wonder what kind of deals these guys will be able to scrape up off this. I'm very interested. And before we go, I wanted to point out this Kickstarter for a documentary coming out called Cryptopia: Bitcoin, Blockchain, and the Future of the Internet. Now, this is coming from the makers of the very successful documentary, Bitcoin, the End of Money as We Know It, and it looks like they're trying to do a follow-up because a lot has changed since then with all the different cryptos that have come out. I mean, it's a very different space than it used to be. So, yeah, basically, long story short, it looks like their goal is $15,975. They're already at $13,000. So, not telling anyone to go donate, but just letting you know that it's out there. And, you know, this will obviously support adoption, and people will have more documentaries to learn about Bitcoin as well. And before we go, I just have to say, it is getting there around that time, guys. It's almost Halloween. And yeah, this video exists. So I just want to give a shout out to Lisa Marie. You know, she's always in the chat. She's really cool crypto supporter. She does crypto songs and stuff like that. Definitely check her out. Give her a follow on Twitter. Really cool. Oh, I'm not following Lisa Marie. I should follow Lisa Marie. How silly of me. Why was I not following her? So anyway, that being said, oh, and speaking of Halloween, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm wearing my Haddonfield t-shirt. You know Haddonfield, Michael Myers, 1978. I wear this all the time. I'm surprised no one's ever pointed that out yet. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for Halloween this weekend. I don't know about you guys. Comes out tomorrow. I'm a fan of Michael Myers. I like Halloween. I'm pretty pumped to see the movie. So also, if that doesn't make you happy, check this out. So on WWE the other night, you got this guy holding up a sign right here that says buy more Bitcoin. So there you go. Now it is Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. One day closer to the weekend. I hope everyone's having a really great day. Feels freaking awesome to be back at home making videos again. Seriously, like one day off of crypto, and I just feel like I've just like completely missed out on everything, right? So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys are awesome. Everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting really means the world to me. Seriously, you guys are the reason that I get up and I do this every single day. That being said, my name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto, and peace out.